Welcome to the very first Ngamumu in Conversation series. We're really excited to be here presenting and sharing with you from Gimoy, Wallabara Yidinji nations up here in the tropics in Cairns, North Queensland. So we'd like to extend our respect to all the elders past, present and emerging from these lands, but also from the lands where you and your mob are from. My name's Merindi Schrieber. I'm co-creator of this project alongside Sister Leah Pa'apa, and my mob is just north of Cairns here, Kuki-Yalanji Nation, in Mossman Daintree, where the rainforest meets the reef. The best part in the world, nah. But we are very excited to be here sharing this space with you, and being an artist and mama. This space has come at a beautiful time in my life where I can now bring together all those knowledge and history and experiences and bring it into this beautiful space where we can share with our mamas. So yeah.
My name's Leah Pa'apa'a. This is baby Cesark Mazza. He's 9 days old today. I am of Samoan and Native American heritage, and I am a producer, artist, and community arts practitioner, and he has the hiccups. And yeah, we're really excited to be here. This In Conversation series has been a long time coming. It comes out of this Ngamumu project, which is around arts and cultural practice that supports mothers and babies during the first 1,000 days. And that first 1,000 days is from conception to the age of 2. So I'm right in the thick of it at the moment. And Merindi and I came together about 18 months ago and started looking at this developmental stage for babies, but then also for mothers. And we wanted to think about how the arts and cultural sectors and practitioners could support such a vital time, both being mothers ourselves. And as part of that, we would do a bunch of things, including community workshops, and from that came this In Conversation series. So we recognised that we'd both had really personal experiences ourselves as mothers, and talking to women that we've been working with around the Cairns region, there was a lot of similarities, and we realised that so often new mothers feel quite alone and isolated during this time, and that's actually a universal story, and it also wasn't always like this. And so we started looking to ancestral practices from around the world, and you know, with COVID that happened, a lot of stuff came online, and we were able to participate and listen to a lot of different practitioners and birth workers and artists and doulas from all around the world talking about their cultural experiences and their cultural practices, and we were blown away about the universality of these practices, and how something like 40 days postpartum after you have a baby seems to be a time frame that women have worked out all over the world. And we thought it would be great for us to think about that in an Australian context and look to the traditional owners of the lands that we work on, and also think about how that affects us as global Indigenous women, or as women generally, raising our babies off country, either as diaspora from somewhere else, or maybe even being Indigenous but living on someone else's land, and how the arts and culture sector can support this time for audience members and for participants, but then also for artists. And as a mother in the arts, I think that we have a long way to go in this sector around creating a family-friendly space, and a space where women can continue to engage in the arts after they have a baby. And so we decided that we wanted to start this conversation, and we reached out to a bunch of amazing arts and cultural practitioners from around the country, and asked them to share with us their experiences. So we have Marianne Wobke, who's an Indigenous midwife. She'll be one of the speakers. She's also a visual artist, and she'll be talking about how she has used her visual arts practice to support young mothers, young Indigenous mothers in the Brisbane region, and as being part of the health sector as a midwife. We've also got Alana Hunt, who is another visual artist. She's based in Kununurra in WA, lives very remotely, and talks about how she placed being a mother at the centre of her arts practice, how she also had to change her arts practice completely in order to do that, and what that looks like. We have the Hot Brown Honeys, who centre the matriarch as part of their creative narrative, and how as a group of touring, internationally touring women, they fundraise and make sure that they can take women and their children on tour, which is no easy feat, and often without any kind of government funding that supports that. We have Juan Walker, who is a Kukuyalanji man, Merindi's family. He's going to be talking about how his land and the rainforest up there is his classroom, and how he utilises that as a father, but also as a cultural man. We have Nathan Schrieber, who works out of Yarrabah. He's going to be talking about language and cultural preservation, also as a father, and how he's raising strong Indigenous children. And then we have Uraine Rolfs, who will be talking about her project Nana Magic, and how she has her children, who are her first dramaturgs and directors for the live theatre show that she has been developing as well. So we have an amazing array of arts and cultural workers coming from really vast experiences, and we recognise through these interviews and these conversations that we've had that the first 1,000 days, which is our focus in the project, but it extends so much greater, and we have to include our dads, and we have to include our nanas and family members. So I think this is a start of a conversation, and we hope this is the start of a bigger conversation for the arts and cultural sector, and we really hope that you enjoy it, and we look forward to continuing to talk to you over coming days.
So as you can hear, we've got a whole diverse range of artists, mamas, nanas, fathers, uncles, conversating in this space, and we really hope that you can follow us and join us in these conversations through our social media networks, Instagram, Facebook, even in YouTube, some of the comments. You're welcome to, we would love to hear from you. So without any further ado, welcome to our Ngamumu in Conversation series.